Good morning and welcome to my pre-market planning session for May 1st, 2025. Every day I like to start my day very simply. I start with a candlestick chart. It is a very basic exercise I do every day. I use a 9 EMA, 20 SMA. I start with the monthly and then I work my way down through the different time frames. And what I'm looking for is slope and separation. Is price paralleling the 9? And are we violating or testing the trend? So on the monthly, we have this wonderful upward trend, good slope, good separation. Price is paralleling the 9 nicely. We roll over, we break down, we break below the 9 and the 20. We are violating the trend. And last month, they went down and hit that low of 48.32. And buyers came in, rallied us all up, and we closed just above the 20 SMA on the monthly, and currently right now our whole month from Globex Open is still above the 20, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But the trend has been violated, but then taken back, but it's not continued yet. On the weekly, you can see that we've had this downward trend, good slope, good separation. We came up last week, tested the 9 EMA. We opened above, we opened below, dipped down, and then now we come back, and we're currently trading above the 9 right now. So the trend is being challenged on the weekly to the downside. On the daily, you can see that we have had this downward trend. We went sideways, tried to violate it, failed, got the trend going again, created a technical gap, came up, closed the technical gap, started the trend down again. Now we've taken it back, we've gapped up, and now we're above the 9 and the 20. Price is paralleling nicely. We're getting slope and separation. There is a naked cross right here, but we're not going to get into naked crosses today. We're still working on that study. It's a study that I used to do, and I'm back testing it to see if it's viable still. All right, going to the intraday. Intraday, we've been in this slightly upward trend all evening after we gapped up, or after we rallied into the close. We basically, we traded 2 ticks higher. We closed 2 ticks higher than the prior day in the RTH session, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Now you see we're getting some slope and separation. We are getting a little bit of a sideways action, so we could get a MA kiss at some point in time during the day. But right now the trend is still up on the intraday 60-minute, going down to the 30-minute. You can see that we've lost some slope and separation. We're going sideways. The trend is being challenged at the moment. And then going on the 5-minute, you can see that we are again going sideways. So let's take a look at what happened yesterday. So yesterday we had that move overnight in the Globex. They took everything back that we had gained. The open auction out of range. We had what I consider to be an open rejection reverse. And the reason I'm calling it an open rejection reverse is we had a bit of an open drive. We did not 1 tick above the open. We basically opened and went up. I'm sorry. We opened at 16.25. We hit 2 ticks above, and then sellers took control, and we rotated all the way back down into this trade area, and then buyers stepped in very strong, and then basically, we rallied, and then once we got above the VWAP, we held that VWAP all day, got inside of the prior day range, chopped, and then rallied into the close, and you can see that our close was just above the close on the prior day, and the VPOC shifted into the close, so VPOC shifted higher as well. I would call this a trend day if it wasn't for this right here. So really it is a normal variation day. But let's take a look at what happened overnight. I didn't want to do that. Send to the back. All right, where is my Globex? So you can see that in the Globex so far, we opened auction out of range. They went down, they tested the range high. They dipped in slightly right here on the Globex open. So Globex opened, where's our Globex open? Our Globex opened at 56.1750. We went down to 15, testing into the prior day range, rejected right away, popped, had a Mr. Sneaky come in, rotated back down, tested the VWAP, held, and then we've just been drifting up overnight. We hit a high of 56.62 and a quarter. We are trading right now near the high. We have news at 8:30. Let's take a look at the news. Well, I've got, where's my news? All right, so the only real news we have today that's going to be, I think, other than headline news, be affecting the market is we've got the initial jobs claims at 8:30. This is a big one, so this could revalue the market. I can't imagine the jobs claims is going to be positive, but they're expecting 224 versus the previous, which was at 222. Then 9:30 we've got Canadian S&P Global Manufacturing and 9:45 US, and then at 10 o'clock is the other news where we get the I7 manufacturing PMI and construction spending. That should be a mover as well. And then really we don't have much, but tomorrow we do have non-farm payroll, I believe. I just want to verify that. Where's the date? May 2nd. Do we not have non-farm? Oh, yeah, we do. Non-farm payroll right there, 8:30. Okay. That's the only real big news we've got other than unemployment UA. Okay. So let's take a look at the macro. My Globex. Go. So you can see that we broke out of this value. Last accepted price that they accepted just prior to the breakout was the microcomposite VPOC and the 2-day VPOC. Friday broke us out. We came up. Monday was a inside Arami day. The Tuesday, we held, and then yesterday the Globex, they took us down back into this value area, but they found buyers at that price acceptance area. I mean, they dipped a little bit below, but basically buyers came in here again and rallied us up. And now we have a 4-day VPOC right around 55, 52 area. We're currently trading. We're going to open auction above range. We have this naked VPOC right here. I expect that to be taken out. I do expect to come down and test this. We might test it during the news. So, I mean, it's going to be hard to do hypos before the news, but I'm going to try my best. So, I am still coming into today with a overall neutral to higher biased. I'm just going to get rid of my lines here. Let's get these key levels off so I can see what I'm doing here. All right, so currently right now, the overnight high, hold on a second, I'm going to get my, all right, so currently right now, the overnight Globex high is 62.25. That could change on the news. 62.25. All right, and the Globex low is 56.15. What was the high here? High 56.06 was an RTH high. RTH high. Did I get that wrong? No, that's what I got wrong. I got it right. Okay, so then we've got to do the VPOC. Currently, right now, the Globex VPOC is at 56.41.50. Can't see anymore. Okay. All right. So we're going to open auction out of range. So my first typo is my Epic pen. I can't find anything on my computer anymore. I can't wait till I get my new screens today. All right, Epic pen. Okay, Epic pen, where are you going to open? That's the question. Oh, you opened where I thought you'd open. Okay. All right. So bullish. Okay. So my bullish. Now we're going to be opening auction out of range. Whether we open auction out of range or not after the news, I don't know. But I have to base my information on what I'm seeing right now. So I'm expecting a open auction out of range. I'm expecting either an open test drive or open rejection reverse. And I'm looking for an open rejection reverse. I'm looking for them to come down, take out the overnight low, dip down into the prior day. Maybe, what happened there? Hold on a second. I thought the VPOC shifted into the close. Where's my VPOC here? Oh, I got that wrong. 55.30.50. What did I put for the VPOC yesterday? Yeah, no, it's correct there. I thought that it shifted up on the close, but it didn't. Okay, let's erase this. Sorry. I'm still getting used to all this. I'll get better and better at it. Don't worry. All right, so where are we trading right now? There we're trading. Okay, so hypo 1. Let's just move this over a little bit. Hypo 1, a open auction out of range. I'm looking for. How did that work? There we go. I'm looking for open auction out of range. I'm looking for a rejection reverse. Okay, move down, maybe dip down, test this high HVN right here. Find buyers, break out, come up, test the VPOC, shop in this area, move up, take the overnight high, and then take us up, break above the overnight high, and then take us up. And I'm looking for a move into the 5650 to 5700. There's a naked close right here. That's a possibility for a late day probe. But then I'm looking to close somewhere in the upper 5600 if the buyers take control. That is my hypo 1. Hypo 2 is going to be, hold on a second. Let me get rid of hypo 1. Hypo 1, go away. All right. Hypo 2 is an open auction out of range, a wide open test drive, take out the overnight high, fail to move higher, come down, chop around the VPOC, move down, chop on the open, and then come down, test this LVN, find buyers, move up, test the open the range again, and then move up and close somewhere between the overnight high and the overnight low, creating somewhat of a full session balanced day. That is hypo 2. Hypo 3 is a fallback day. I can't do anything right now. Okay, and all right. So I'm looking for a open auction out of range, a big wide swing. Take out the overnight high, come down, test the range high, break, test the LVN, break, take out the naked VPOC, and then chop here. Do a liquidity check down into the value area, find buyers, move up, and then close somewhere in the upper distribution of the prior day, holding above the microcomposite value area, but basically balancing, checking below again. We just continue to pick up buyers. All right, and then the last hypo 4, is basically going to be a gap and go day. So first of all, I want to bring in my composite. All right, and I want to bring this over here because I want to look at this. All right, so our value area high is way up there at 58.01. All right, so our VPOC is at 56.73. So I am looking for a open auction outer range, but I'm looking for an open test drive or an open drive. So I'm not looking for a real wide opening swing. Oh, what happened there? I'm get one right and I lose the other. All right, Doug composite. And you know what? As soon as I touch this, all right, that's what's happening. I gotta take this shirt off top. I want to be able to see my composite. Can't wait to get my new screen set up. All right, so we are looking at opening auction in outer range. We're looking for an open test drive or an open drive, but failure to close the gap. So I'm looking at something like this, and then drive up, test the 5700, chop, come back down, go up, take out that naked close, take out the naked VPOC, and then once we're in this 57.18 area, I'm expecting to see some sideways move and just going sideways into non-farm payroll once they get up here. So a lot of times when I'm looking at non-farm payroll in the past, I'd be looking at where they'd want to pin it coming in. And really it's going to be based on today's news where they'll pin it. They're going to either pin it right around here in the 5,600. They're going to pin it somewhere in around the 5,700, or they're going to pin it somewhere down here in the 5,500. Those are the three areas I'm looking for non-farm payroll to come in, depending on how we get news today. Anyway, I know it's a long session again. I will get these tighter. Anyway, trade well, trade safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.